I also like to refer to coaching as the art of having meaningful conversations. In other words, during a coaching conversation, we want to create a framework where something important, something meaningful can happen for our coachee. Perhaps the coachee gains a completely new insight, finds an unexpected solution to a problem, or the conversation boosts their self-confidence. To tackle a major challenge, a meaningful conversation or a coaching conversation is essentially defined by its impact. In which areas does the impact that we can achieve with coaching manifest? We can primarily define three important fields. With a professional coaching conversation, we expand the options for action available to a coachee. In the coaching conversation, we explore new possibilities to take action, or to interact with others, or even see with oneself. Supported by solution-oriented questions and appreciative encouragement, coachees can discover new courses of action to deal with difficult situations. This often leads to coachees realizing that they can actively shape their future and are not simply helplessly at the mercy of current circumstances. The second area of impact is related to the focusing of attention. The focus of our attention can be compared to the beam of a flashlight. Whatever we direct the beam at becomes visible in the dark. Often, coachees come to us with a flashlight that directs its beam at the problem, and everything around it is darkness. With carefully crafted questions, the coachee can be enabled to widen the beam of light. By asking questions about goals, questions about tiny harbingers of the desired future, it often becomes clear what the coachees have already successfully undertaken to move forward. The focus of attention broadens. The coachee can perceive and newly describe other parts of reality. In interaction with the coachee expands their viewpoint, finds new perspectives, and gains an entirely new view of the situation experienced as problematic. Their focus increasingly shifts to what is already working, what he or she really wants, and what of that is already present. As we know, what we focus our attention on grows the most. If we only see everything that doesn't work or is going in the wrong direction, we will find more and more such signs in everyday life. However, if we focus on small progress, on what has already been achieved, on the abilities that are present, then we will also discover more of these positive aspects. These aspects become diverse, larger, some, and more present. Thus, a central effect of coaching is that we enable the coachee to broaden their focus of attention, to describe situations anew, and to discover small and large signs of progress. This alone often makes a huge difference for our clients. The third aspect of coaching is often somewhat overlooked. Coaching is a way to increase the coachee's confidence, to strengthen hope and self-assurance. I often experience in my coaching conversations that it's not so much about developing steps towards a solution. Coachees rather report that they find themselves in a kind of dead end, trapped by their perception of the situation, and thus the hope, the confidence, or they have also lost the self-confidence to master this specific situation. When they then find their way back to confidence during the course of the conversation, discovering how they can use their previous experiences as resources, it usually becomes clear on its own how they can proceed and what they can do. Self-confidence, confidence, and hope are the basic prerequisites for change. When coachees trust themselves, they will be able to try something new or different. A good coaching conversation thus creates a framework in which the coachee can regain access to their competencies and resources and utilize them. Rediscovering their own abilities strengthens their self-confidence and confidence, enabling them to take concrete steps towards their desired future. Trust, confidence, and hope are the keys to utilizing one's own resources. These are the three areas of impact of a coaching conversation. The expansion of action options, focus of attention, and the strengthening of self-confidence and confidence. If we achieve this in a coaching conversation together with the coachee, then we can rightly claim that we have created the framework for a meaningful conversation